Hey everybody, I don't want to change an angle. That's actually working. I think coming from this way might be better angle. I know I've had quite a few people say, hey, can't see this, can't see that. And without going to a two-camera system, which I'm never going to do just because that involves editing and this and that. And no, it just won't work for me. I'm going to try doing it this way and see how it works. Alright, so it's actually pretty late. I should be in bed, but I've been playing this for 2 days straight and nothing else, and it's just such a good song. What's it called now? Wayward Stranger? Wait, no. Is that it? I'll correct it in the title. Such a good song. Everybody's done it. It's an old classic. Johnny Cash has done it. Where I really, I heard the song many times growing up, but where I really remember it from is that, and I've mentioned this movie before, any of you bluegrass guys out there, it's that Dutch movie from Holland. I believe it's Holland. It's all subtitles. You gotta get over that, yeah, but it's such a good movie besides it. But it's a bluegrass. So it's about a bluegrass band and the relationships and this and that. It's a really good movie. But there's a woman that sings this in that song. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that's where I first recognized, oh, wait a minute. What's that song? I know that song. I'm like, oh, yeah. So, Wayward Stranger. So, we got B minor, 2-1 open. We've got E, 1-1-1. We've got F sharp, 2-2-2. We've got G, which is the high G, 3-3-5, and then we've got a D, which we got the extensions on the 2 and the 4, but that's the picking. Is that it? B minor, E, F, sharp, G, and D. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like I said before, there's lots to the song, but when you break it down, a lot of it repeats. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. The first, second, and third part are all very similar, with just a difference on the ends, but the beginning of those 3 parts are the same, so it's not like you got too much when you break it down. And then the third part is the chorus part, and that's completely different, but we'll get to that. So this is part A of part 1. And this part A is going to be the same part A of part 2 and part A of part 4, if that makes any sense. I'm sure it does. But, so this is the most common thing throughout the song. All in B minor. So you hold that B minor on there the whole time. See if I can move this and get both hands in here. So what we're doing in that B minor, we're doing 2-1 open, and then at one part we lay down this finger here, we lay it down, so we're pressing on the first fret on the bottom strings as well. And that just makes it easier, but we hold that B minor. And then we let that bottom string go there. I messed it up. So that's the first part. And like I said, this part repeats on the second part and the third part. The beginning on those three parts are the same. So once you get that, and then we'll focus on the endings of them. So the next part, part B of number one part. So we start. So we go to the E and the F sharp there. It's actually an E minor, but playing an E on here is the same when you're in that minor chord. It's funny, since I started playing this song, everything I do just sounds like a minor now. Okay. So what we're doing when we're coming out of that part, or that first beginning part, we hit the B minor, bottom two notes, and then we hit on the second fret and go right into the E. And then it's F sharp. And that's actually, this first part is exactly the same way I do the last part. So we can eliminate the last part, so we're down to 3 parts altogether. No, sorry. Ignore that. Oh, that's the second part and the fourth part are the same. Yeah. And that first part too, what I'm doing is alright, so that's part 1. Part 2 repeats the beginning part. Repeats the E. And then there it changes. Let's do that one more time. So it's that E. And then it's on that second string. So you're holding the E, and what you do is you let off on the bottom string. So you're basically doing 1-1 open. And then it's on the second string. 1 open, 1. and that 1 is a B minor. So let's do that all together. So that's part 1. Part 2, which is also part 4, you'll repeat part 2 at the end. And now part 3 is that chorus part. So that's part 3. That's actually, I was sitting around and I was playing, you know I like my side stories. Sitting around playing, I was just fooling around, and that's how I found the song in Merlin. It was, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that. What is that? And it took me probably a day of just going back to that and thinking, what is that? What is that? Until I finally found it. So I said before, just doodling, you'll find stuff, and all of a sudden it'll click into you, and it's like, I know what that is, and then you just have to play it out. Alright, so that third part. Open D. So we start on the 2nd to the 4th, and then to that high G. So you're 3, 3, 5. This part is a little tricky. But you got to do a hammer pull with your pinky. And if your pinky is not as trained as the other fingers, it takes a little bit of time. So when you come up to 3, 3, 5, your pinky is on 5. Put your next finger on 4, because you need that for that pull off. So you do that the first time through, second time through. You end on the F sharp. And what I do is that once I do that, I do a quick D and end up in the F sharp. And then you do the second part again. And then you can add lib into that. Little side note, I was playing around because I was just fiddling around. Once you're got that B minor in your head, you know, you come up here and do the B, and it's still, you still get that minor. And then you can play most of the song up here. That's just side notes. And then what I've been doing lately too, because once I learn a song, I like to see what I can do with finger picking. So you guys can let me know if you want a lesson on the finger picking. This, if you watch that first fingerstyle lessons, follows the exact same rule. Strum when you're moving your picking, and you finger pick when you're not. The same rule as I did in on the road again. Yeah. You can see I did change the ending a little bit. Instead of doing I do that all as a one big hammer on pull off. Which can work, you can throw that in there, but I would stick with the single notes for now because that's more what the song actually sounds like. And let me know if you want me to go more in detailed finger picking one for that. But like I said, learn a song and then start playing around. You know, you strum where you can, pick where you can, and it's a nice little hybrid, I find, right? Anyways, that's it for that one. And since I got the camera and tripod set up, I've got a couple other things I've been working on. And so we might get through those as well, just because they're here. So we will talk to you guys soon. Practice, patience, have fun. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I said all that in my last video, but I'll say it again. We'll see you guys soon.